the stars you were chasing shine right deep inside you. When will you ever let it shine from within and cast off?
Hello and welcome back to Kingdom Reviews. I'm your host, Future Keybearer. Today we return to Olympus Coliseum.
After Riku gives a more technical explanation about what Sora needs to do,
Which is really just a longer way of telling him to keep doing what he's doing.
Sora enters the Coliseum lobby to find a concerned Phil. He tells Sora that Hercules went to the Coliseum to investigate, but hasn't returned. Naturally, Sora offers in to go after him.
No dice, kid. The entrance is blocked.
I have no idea if that pun was intentional.
But then, that's obvious, right?
That does not help.
After Sora clears the blocks, Phil offers some words of encouragement.
Just remember the secret to success. 4 words. 1 victory at a time.
The way that was displayed, I think I finally understand how Phil's thought process works.
Once inside, we find out that the Coliseum has been molded into some sort of multi-layer labyrinth.
Damn it, I thought I left the mazes behind in Wonderland.
Not only that, but as we are inside the keyhole, that means the rules have changed again. This time, we're in a more traditional turn-based RPG.
And seeing as how, spoiler, Cloud is in this world, the turn-based combat makes a nice homage to the Final Fantasy series.
Though that does kind of make me wish that the Final Fantasy victory theme would play at the end of each battle. Meanwhile, guess who is watching? Now, back to the stuff I care about.
Hercules!
But, first, I think I'll watch the pipsqueaks squirm for a bit.
I thought you were getting back to what you care about.
Actually, it's a good thing for him that he is keeping an eye on Sora, as Hades realizes that he's not exactly helpless, and if he teams up with Herc, it'll spell bad news for him. So Hades comes up with a plan beta. Speaking of, Sora and Herc finally meet up, and he joins the party. You don't really have control over Hercules, and all you can do is deal damage, but that's really all you'll likely need him to do. Eventually, we meet Plan Beta.
Are you Hercules, the hero? Who are you? To you, a problem.
So this time Hades gets Cloud to fight by telling him he'll figure out what the strength of a true hero is, which is honestly the worst justification Hades has come up with yet.
After kicking Cloud's ass, Hades uses this as a diversion for his own attack. But, quite sporadically, Cloud manages to defend them. As it turns out, Sora and Herc's original theory that Hades was the cause of the glitches is untrue, and Hades runs off. This leaves Cloud to join the party, or not.
Wait a sec.
You can't run from our friendship, Cloud!
So naturally, Sora and Herc catch up with Cloud, finally convincing him to join them. And together the three make their way until they come across Fenrir's three-headed cousin. But unlike the first game, you can't just leave after beating Cerberus. Even though this takes care of the glitches, Hades is not done, and without even a moment's reprieve, we're into another boss fight. After kicking his butt, we...
Wait, what?
Unlock layers 6 or 15. You can choose to take on a longer version of the WHAT?!
Oh yeah, I forgot. At the beginning of the world, Riku tells Sora that he can go back to previous worlds to replay their stories.
A pretty cool feature that, if I'm being honest, I kinda wish would be implemented in more of the series. But with Olympus Coliseum in particular, when you replay it, you can choose to do just the original 5 layers of the Labyrinth, or go up to 15 layers, eventually taking on the Rock Titan. After beating that, you can replay it again, this time going up to 30 layers with the Ice Titan waiting for you.
So once again, you may find yourself spending more time in Olympus Coliseum than literally every other world in the game.
Regardless, the day is won, and Sora is about to take off before...
Who are you?
Playing dumb, eh?
Nah man, that's your game. You play it way too well.
So in case you were wondering, this is in fact the real Pete. And of course, he seems to be looking to cause trouble. So Sora gives chase.
And that was Olympus Coliseum. Pretty damn cool.
Once again, you get a proper team up with both a Disney and a Final Fantasy hero. The idea of the Labyrinth was a cool nod to Greek mythology, and the turn-based combat was actually a lot of fun. In fact, if another handheld Kingdom Hearts game were to happen, I for one wouldn't mind if the entire game played like this. At least the combat. The maze got a little tiresome, especially going into the 15 and 30 layer versions, as there was no visual variety. Regardless, it was a fun time.
Well, that's it for this episode. Tune in next time for yet another Arabian Night.